What's up, guys? Today we're gonna try to put rails on the nose of a skateboard. So I tried to find the board with the longest nose of any board that I had. With the rail, this is one of those rails that has 4 holes. It would probably be better than one that has 5. I'm gonna cut right here before the second hole, and we're gonna put it diagonally because if I put it straight on, it's still gonna be too long. So I want to put it at an angle, and then I want to put the other one right there at an angle. I like that this rail curves up slightly at the beginning. I think that's going to help with no slides and stuff like that. So let's get into this. So I cut the original rail down. I've got these 2 pieces on here, but I was thinking about the space in between the truck and where these rails start. And this is all concave, it's all curved. If you get locked in between the truck and the rails, it's going to stop you and pinch you. So I was thinking about putting a 3rd piece in right here, but I might have to actually put the trucks on to figure out exactly where that 3rd piece should go, and if I should cut it and put another piece up here in the middle. So now that I've actually got these screwed in, my main concern is that the wheels are going to rub against everything I try to grind and stop me immediately, because instead of hitting the bottom of this that sticks out more, it's hitting up here where it's kind of curved in. So I feel like it's going to be hitting the wheels a lot, and I almost feel like taking all of these off would be better, and just having the one rail right before the truck might make you nose slide better. It might lock you in and hold you there better. Also, I could build it up by putting another one of these on top, so it's like a big plate that catches you so you don't hit the wheels. Hitting the wheels seems to be one thing that really slows me down a lot with nose slides, especially on like a round rail or something like that. So just like I was expecting, I had a lot of trouble with this. This experiment was a failure. I've got another video coming tomorrow about how to fix your trucks to grind better. That one I actually succeeded in, but with this, it just caused the wheels to press up against whatever I was grinding, and it made it so much worse. So I guess there's a reason why people don't use rails on their nose and their tail. You know, they'll use the really hard tailbone, but the rails, these are a little bit softer than those, and they don't actually help at all. Just waxing your nose is going to do so much more than this ever could. I think these pink ones are even softer than the green ones, so they really mess with it. So I'm taking these off, but I'm gonna leave one of them on. I feel like if I just use this one rail and I'm grinding on the part of the board where the rail's not, but it's pressing up against the rail, that might actually be useful. So another problem I had is this rail just slid away when I tried to come at an angle and do a nose slide. So I feel like with the one rail, you're gonna have to fight with it bouncing up and down between being up there and being all the way off. I feel like you could find a way to put a rail right where the crook hits. So right where the board hits for a crook, if you could put a rail right there, now that you might be onto something. Just right across there and try to just do crooks. That might really help. But with this one, yeah, it's kind of just, it seems like it's fighting with the rail more than helping. And if you actually get all the way up on there, the wheels are pinched up against there. And then when you're down here, it wants to slide all the way up there. So I probably wouldn't put rails on the nose at all. I am going to put a diagonal rail on the front of the board and try to do some crooks. See if it helps. This video is going to sound completely overdramatic, but this is just how I feel. So when I had the rails on the board, at first, it wouldn't slide at all. Like, it was so much stickier than it was without the rails. I think the pink ones were a softer urethane because they were old. They were actually from the 80s. The green ones were harder urethane. So when I took off the pink rails, it was a lot easier, but I felt like I couldn't lock into the ledge. I was kind of bouncing back and forth between being on the rail and being on just the nose. And when I was just on the nose, I didn't feel like I was locked in, and I couldn't hold a very long nose slide. It was exhausting, kind of like skating switch. It just felt like I should be able to do a nose slide, but I couldn't. So there's definitely a reason why people don't put rails on the nose or the tail. They put those tail blocks and those nose guards on there, but having rails on the nose or the tail doesn't make you slide better. Maybe on transition if you had a really hard rail, but on a ledge, if you wax it up, you're going to be able to slide through it just fine. I feel like they could help a little bit on an unwaxed, like extremely sticky, raw street ledge. It might help a little bit if you're going really fast, but on a nice waxed ledge, just the regular nose of your board is going to slide so much better than it would if you had rails on your board. So that was a complete failure. Tomorrow's video will be more successful. With today's video, it feels terrible to have rails on the nose of the board. So just don't even try this. Tomorrow's video will be more successful. I really hope you guys like this video. If you like this kind of content, reviews, tutorials, and videos about what I'm learning as I grow as a skateboarder, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.